Welcome back to Downrange Gaming, son. So how are you doing today? Write in the comments below. I want to know how you're doing. Really, I do. And welcome back. I'm playing Saints Row the Third. This game is so dope, fresh. It's so much fun. It reminds me so much of Grand Theft Auto, which is one of my favorite games of all time. All the Grand Theft Auto franchise. And this game reminds me a lot like it, but more cartoonish, but it's still really fun. So be prepared for next week's Downrange Gaming, or maybe I'll do a Downrange Gaming again this week to be this game again. And I didn't do any cheats or anything yet. I was just playing the story mode, and this is just one of the missions. Nothing too exciting, but I had some fun. I found a baseball bat that was a big PP, and I started smacking people with it. This game's crazy. So if you wouldn't be so kind, but to hit the little thumbs up button. Oh, here, hit the thumbs up button for me shooting some prostitute with a shotgun. That deserves a thumbs up right there, son. So, what was I talking about last week? My deployment to Kuwait, alias Salim. I was forward deployed to Kuwait. I was also in Germany, but I'm in Kuwait, which is in the storyline. That's what I'm talking about. Last week I talked about, who cares? Go watch last week's video if you want to know what I talked about. But this week I'm going to talk about some more crazy things. And one of the things when I was deployed was the Eagles, Philadelphia Eagles, made it to the Super Bowl when I was deployed. Out of all the times for my favorite football team, my home team, to make it to the Super Bowl, I'm in the desert. But luckily, I had off that morning, which was playing at night because of time difference. I got to watch it live in a tent, but with a tent full of New England Patriots fans. And that's when they played the Patriots and lost, and Donovan McNabb choked and threw up, and it was a big mess and very upsetting for me when I was out there. And yeah, so I did get to catch the Super Bowl when the Eagles made it. Now here's something that drove me nuts when I was deployed to the desert. Now the air is really dry, you know, it's sandy, and like you would get these, this is going to sound gross, so if you don't like to hear about boogies and stuff, cover your ears for a couple seconds. You would get these really hard sandy boogies in your nose every day. It was so annoying. Like, I guess you just got to get used to it if you're from there. But it was just, I was not used to it, especially being from, like, New Jersey. It's more humid and wet out there. In Kuwait, it's really dry, and it gets hot. I took a picture of the thermostat that said, like, 140 degrees one day. That's, like, ridiculous. I didn't know, like, your blood starts to thin out, so you start getting used to it. But, like, that's when we first got there, it was like that, and it was unbearable. And you have to wear your full uniform, full battle rattle, everything. So also, like, when you would do laundry, that was what was a huge pain in the butt, was doing laundry out there, because like none of the washers and dryers ever worked correctly, and it would turn any clothes, any white clothes you had, brown, because there was always sand in our water. And we couldn't drink, you couldn't drink any tap water out there. Like, I wouldn't even brush my teeth with the tap water. I would brush my teeth with bottled water, because we had like an endless supply of bottled water out there. So everything I did was with bottled water. I would never get the real water in my mouth, especially from the tap. It's not that Kuwait water was dirty, but we had our own water supply on the base, like our own, like I don't even know what it's called, but our own water supply. So I guess a lot of sand, and it just wasn't safe to drink. Now, something else about being deployed is they have this thing called a USO. I'm sure you heard of it. Oh, check me out. I'm busting a dance right now in the game. Ooh, the old school joint. I could do that for real in real life. Maybe I'll do that in a vlog one day. Like, hold your leg and jump through it. You know, a funny story about that real quick. I tried it, like I was all like having fun, and I like held my leg and tried to jump through it like in the mall one time when I was younger buying sneakers, and I totally like tried to jump through my foot, caught my leg, and slammed dead on my face right in like Foot Locker in front of a whole bunch of people. But anyways, what was I talking about? Okay, yeah, being deployed and a USO tour. So there was a USO tour going on when I was deployed, and Robin Williams, Leanne Tweeden, I don't know if you know who that is. She's a Maxim model back then. I don't know if she's still relevant. Some famous general, and who else came out? The guy that was in a lot of Adam Sandler movies. They plays like he played like the dad in 50 First Dates, and John Elway. They all came to the base when we were out there to do a USO show, and luckily I always had to hook up. Like somebody covered for me in the Armory, and I got to go to the show. And like Robin Williams did his stand up, and he was brilliant. It was just hilarious. And then, you know, John Elway got on stage. So at the end of the show, John Elway was on stage, and he was signing footballs and throwing them. They're like little plastic footballs. And he was throwing them into the audience. And I was maybe like 6 rows back. I'm standing on my chair like, yo, yo, yo. I'm like flipping out. Like I wanted a football. He throws one right to me. Some asshole jumps up and smacks it out of my hand. And I didn't catch it. And I don't know where it went. I'm like, this motherfucker. So he throws another one at me. Like the dude, Adam Sandler's, the guy in Adam Sandler's movies, I don't know his name, was like telling John Elway, throw it to him, throw it to him. Somebody smacked out his hand. Throws another one. Some other person jumps up and like smacks it, and neither of us caught it, and it hit the ground. Someone else grabbed it. I'm like so pissed at this point, you know. And John Elway signs another football, and the guy from the Adam Sandler movies walks down, hands it to me, like takes both of my hands and places it on the football. Like, here, don't drop it. And like I looked like I dropped both footballs. Like I couldn't I couldn't catch a football from John Elway. Like I looked in front of hundreds of people on the base. That's what it looked like. But my excuse is people were smacking them out of my hands. And so like for the rest of my deployment, I was known as Butterfingers because I can't catch a football from John Elway. I was so pissed, but I did end up getting the football. And I do have pictures of like with me, Robert Williams, and I have a picture with me and Adam Sandler movie guy. And it's funny story is like the guy that's in Adam Sandler's movies. This is so weird. Like when I met him, I'm like, hey, could you get me in one of Adam Sandler's next movies? He's like, you know, just playing around. He's like, you got to get me in one of Adam Sandler's next movies, whatever. So in October of last year, I got to meet Adam Sandler. I don't know if you guys remember. We were on the Tonight Show or Late Night Show with Jay Leno, and we got to go back and meet Adam Sandler. And I told him the story, like, yo, when I was deployed, I met your co-star, and I told him to get me in one of your movies. So now I'm getting to meet you for real, and he wanted me to tell you to put him in his next movie. So it's really weird. It came like full circle. I actually got to ask Adam Sandler to put the guy in the movie. But I don't know. Oh, this is when I got that big weird penis bat. Look at this. What is the meaning of this big penis bat? It's got balls on it too. It's the funniest thing. This is what makes this game so funny. Like there's just weird stuff. So if you guys know like really crazy weird stuff in this game that I should do in the next gaming video, let me know in the comments. Like I really enjoy this game. It's a lot of fun. I might like be done, like when I'm done this commentary, I'm gonna go turn it on and play some more because it was so much fun. But that pretty much brings me up on the end of Downrange Gaming Video Son. And I hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully I can maybe pump out another video this week. I'm not making any promises, but I'll try my best. And let me know what else you want me to talk about being deployed in the desert. I can't think of any other real stories. I might have to go back to Germany and then on to Korea. So let me know in the comments if there's anything else you want me to talk about in the desert. And then other than that, I'll see you guys in the next average video. Thanks for watching. Peace.